Have you ever thought about all the different jobs that contribute to your school community? There are the teachers and students, of course, but what about the organisers in the office, the food servers in the canteen, the people who fix things, parents and the school council? Biodiversity across our planet works in the same way. It's just a lot more complex. Diverse communities of animals, plants and microbes called ecosystems exist within all types of places. These different species rely on each other to survive. Think of it like a giant jigsaw. If you start losing pieces, the picture makes less and less sense until eventually the jigsaw is no good. It's the rich biodiversity of life that provides the building blocks for our own existence. Clean water, fresh air, plants and animals, timber to build with. We forget that all of these things come from our natural world. Our primitive urge to dominate and keep progressing is wrecking the very biodiversity upon which we depend. We need to quickly develop our capacity to nurture and protect, as well as innovate and improve. Is short-term self-interest really our resting pulse rate? We can surely do better.
So something that's really important for us to think about is the way the Indigenous people lived in comparison to the way that we live. Has anyone got any ideas about what resources we have out here in a way that it could be used? Kim?
Sticks for fire.
Sticks for fire, fantastic. Tilly?
Tree sap for medicine.
I think the main part that we wanted the kids to understand was that the Indigenous people had a real connectedness with the environment. It was really important that they looked after the environment and only took what they needed. I'm going to send you off in a minute to explore the wetlands. I want you to imagine that you're an Indigenous Australian, looking around at all the resources that we have. Okay, so I'm going to have the front row come and stand up and grab your worksheet. Through the Cool Australia website, there was a page that gave me the idea to contact our local Indigenous elder who knows the environment really well, and then we were able to pass it on to the students.
I've learnt lots about like all the shelters, foods, and how they collect food in baskets and things. They used a lot of berries for medicine and for eating, and it's pretty fascinating that they know which ones are good to eat and which ones are very poisonous.
Obviously it's a cross-curricular activity, so we are looking at the Indigenous lifestyles, Australian history, and then following on to things like the First Fleet.
So how do we get our shelter, food, medicines and clothing? Well, I guess for clothing, we don't just go out and kill a kangaroo or something and use their skin. We can just go to the shop and grab clothes and stuff. And with food, the same sort of thing.
Try and think about how you've got your different colours and how you can incorporate that into your artwork. Okay, think about the shapes that you can make.
Well, we went outside as our initial sort of inspiration, and the kids had a worksheet that sort of got them to explore the environment that they were in. They didn't want to come inside. They were just loving being outdoors and looking at nature in a different way.
Okay, if we look at something like this, it has a very different texture to something like that. Okay, how are they different?
It looks wonky and...
Yeah, so it's got different types of lines, doesn't it? Okay.
As an art teacher, you often need new topics to use as inspiration, so the environment's such a great one, and this was just another way to tie that into our curriculum.
I really like your drawing here. What is it? It's a stick that I found with butterflies on them. Do you like plants and animals? Yeah, especially wild animals like snakes.
This class was aimed at grade 3ers. Could you actually teach it for all primary school levels as well?
Definitely. The grade 6ers could do, really fine detailed work, like sort of scientific studies, whereas the preps could look at a leaf and find the simple shapes that they can see. And
why did you choose trees? What do you like about trees? I like them because I'm allowed to climb on them. How would you feel if there were no more trees left? Well, I'll feel like I'm dead because there'll be no oxygen.
Hi, my name is Kaya and this is our Indigenous Gardens. We call them our wildlife passages because it's all about Indigenous animals coming and resting in them. In May, we had 140 students come and learn about plants to get ideas for their own Indigenous gardens. So it will be like a bus stop for all animals.
My family and I went on a holiday to Borneo last year. My favourite part was probably releasing the turtles into the wild and seeing the orangutans.
Hi, I'm Will. With those 140 kids coming to our school, they planted these really nice Indigenous plants that sit here around us. They really liked the activities we planned for them and the day worked out really well.
We went on a holiday to Borneo because of my little sister Bridget finding out about the orangutan's habitat being chopped down. And so when we got to the orangutan sanctuary, the family had the idea of sponsoring an orangutan. We decided to take the one that is very cheeky, and we used our own money that we've saved up instead of buying gifts for all our friends.
We need to start preserving our biodiversity rather than destroying it, because if it's gone forever. It's not going to come back.
The importance of preserving biodiversity might seem a little remote here in suburbia, but wherever you are, billions of tiny microbes from hundreds of species form the basic building blocks of life. They provide nutrients to plants that support the diversity of life above the ground. And beyond here, out there in the bush, are all the millions of other living things that play their part in keeping the delicate balance of nature just that, in balance. It's vital that governments and private landowners continue to conserve and protect natural habitats and make good the mistakes of the past. Will we continue to destroy, or can we learn to change? The choice is ours.